Hello friends, my name is Yash Chauhan. I'm from Government College of Engineering Nagpur, a student of final year CSE. Today I'm here to present you a final year project. Our topic is online voting system using blockchain. Uh, our guide is Professor Chandrayani Rokde ma'am. These are my group members. Our problem statement is in the current system, voting is done by using EVM, that is electronic voting machine. Now we have thought of replacing this method by the online voting system, which will be very feasible and very convenient for the users, or we can say as voters. And it will be very secure way because we are using blockchain. So with this view in mind, we are going to develop online voting system using blockchain. Now, why blockchain and what is blockchain? That is a big question, and that is the base that we require to understand the need of the system that we are creating. Now, blockchain is basically a distributed ledger of transaction that is duplicated and decentralized, and it is distributed across all the networks of the computer system on the blockchain. Now, it is said that it is impossible to change or hack the system because it is very difficult to hack a blockchain system. We need a 51% attack. Now, blockchain consists of very important concepts called blocks. Now, what are blocks and what is blockchain? Basically, by the word blockchain, we can simply understand the meaning that it says a chain of a block. Now, we will understand this concept by looking in this image. So basically, we can see this is a chain of three blocks. Now, each block contains three main features, that is data that is stored in the block, a hash that is calculated using the data, and a hash of a previous block, so that the chain is maintained. Now you can see the first block has a hash and it has a previous hash. The previous hash is 000 because it doesn't have a predecessor. Now you can see the previous hash of second block, it refers to the first block's hash. Similarly, this is the chain of a block. Now let's say there are various data stored in them. If a hacker tries to manipulate a data on the block 2, since the hash of block 2 depends on the data, the hash will be changed immediately. But the block 3 has the previous hash value stored of the block 2, that was the older version. Now since the hacker has attacked and the hash has been changed, the chain will be invalid and all the blocks following the block 3 will be disconnected from the chain. Therefore it can be easily caught, it cannot be manipulated easily, and this is very important to understand the concept where we can efficiently say that the blockchain is immutable. Now since we know it is a distributed ledger, ledger means recording of transactions. So basically there is a very important property of transaction in the blockchain. Now we are using the Ethereum platform. Ethereum is basically platform created by Vitalik Buterin to create such decentralized applications, and its main currency is Ether, and Ether can be seen in the crypto lists. So we will use this Ethereum platform and create a online voting system that will be using blockchain. Now, there are some major tools or fundamentals that we need to understand before moving on to the demo. First is smart contract. Smart contract is basically the self-executing contracts which contains the terms and conditions. And these are the main driving code of the blockchain code that we develop on Ethereum. It is developed using the language called Solidity, and it is a high-level language for implementing smart contracts. MetaMask is basically a wallet that we require. Since we know that everything that happens in blockchain is a transaction, to perform a transaction, you will require a wallet for examples to connect in our day-to-day life. While we perform any online transaction, we require a wallet like Paytm, PhonePe. So these are the examples. Just like that, MetaMask is a wallet to handle the cryptocurrency. Now we have used Ganache since we are in the development phase and we are developing this project. So we have not used the networks or the Ethereum main networks or the testing networks. We have used a local network that is provided by the Ganache. So the local network will be created in the local host only. Another is a truffle, that is a framework, so that it provides the help that we need to interact with our compiled smart contract in hassle-free manner. Now this is the data flow. Basically, we will have a smart contract, we will compile it, the compiler will convert it into two main things, that is application binary interface and a bytecode. Now the bytecode is the actual code or the machine level code that will be deployed over the network, and the application binary interface is the interface which we will use to make a function call to the deployed bytecode on the network. Now without wasting further more time, let's move on towards the demo. So this is the Ganache that is currently running, and you can see these are the 10 different accounts that are provided. So we will use these accounts to manipulate the things, or you can say to perform the actions on our website. Now so this is our file. First I will migrate, I will compile and deploy my network in the Ganache. So I will run a command. Now you can see the deployment has been done and it has cost some ether. Now you can see here in the Ganache section, the balance initially was 100, but after the deployment, it has a transaction count, four transactions has been made and some ether has been reduced. Okay, so our smart contract has been deployed. Now what we will do is we will open our website. We can see here the website has been opened. So in this website, this is our main page. This is our login page, login user sign up login page, and admin login page. Now we will move towards the user sign up and login page. Now here a user can sign up. So now I will sign up by entering my credentials. We have also added many validations here as well, so that if a registered email is already signed up, you cannot sign up twice. And if your passwords are right or wrong, you can get a error message. You are successfully registered is the pop-up that I'm now getting. So I can now log in after clicking on login. So now I will enter all the credentials that I just used to sign up myself. So we are logging in. So this is our landing page of a user, where the first page is the user manual. In this section, there are basic guidelines for user to understand whole process. Now to start with, there are two major processes in the user side. The first is the voter registration. There is a registration form and that which a user need to fill up to be eligible as a voter. After that form, a voter will be eligible to vote. Those who have not filled the voter registration section won't be eligible to vote. And the second important process is the voting process. Basically, whole process will be carried out in the three phases. The first phase will be registration phase, where user will be able to register himself. Then voting phase will start, where user will be able to vote to the candidate choose to vote. After that, the voting phase is over, the result phase will be on and the result will be displayed. So that will be voting over phase. Now moving towards the voter registration phase. In the voter registration section, we are seeing a registration form. Now it is asking for Aadhaar number and account address. Account address is the account address that we will be using to cast a vote, to perform a transaction. And Aadhaar number will be the Aadhaar number. So we have created a dummy database of Aadhaar. So, and we have few entries there, so we can validate whether the candidate is a valid candidate or not. So I will enter a Aadhaar number that is already stored with my name in the database, and then we will check whether I'm eligible or not. So just I'm entering this. So now since we are using Ganache here, The first account address is acting as an admin. So he has all the right to add a candidate who is standing, and he will be able to toggle the phases, that is registration phase, voting phase, and the result phase. Now I will use the index first account as my account to vote. So I'm copying this and I'm entering here so that I can register this account to be eligible to vote. Now, since we have created a dummy Aadhaar database, we have also entered a mail ID. Now, if your Aadhaar is correct and you have not previously registered, you will get an OTP on the mail that is linked with the Aadhaar. So I have entered my mail address. Now I will check whether I have received an OTP or not. So as soon as my mail loads, we have received a OTP and it says our OTP is this. So I will copy this OTP, I will enter it here and I will check the code and I will get a message, you are successfully registered. So I am successfully registered. Now let's move towards the voting area. Now since the voting area is the area where we will be requiring to vote, we will be requiring to perform a transaction. So a wallet pop-up will appear where it will say to connect to a website. So a MetaMask is opening. Now I will need to enter my password and it says whether to connect account. So I am connecting this account to perform all the transactions. I've already imported it. Now, so basically it says registration phase is on, go register yourself. So we have already done that, but we are not seeing any candidates since admin has not added any candidates here. Okay, now we will move towards the admin to see what are all the functionalities that admin will perform. Now let's say so here. Now I will be entering the admin credentials in the admin section so that we can log in. So we have not provided the sign up for the admin so that no else can get this. We have already created the credentials and we will use that credentials. So we are here and okay, now these are the functionalities that admin can perform. Admin can add candidate, so we will be able to see in the voting area who are the candidates that are standing in the elections. Now let's try the adding part. So I will enter the details here. So I have entered all the details. Now I will click on the add button. A transaction has been generated and I will be, when I confirm the transaction, I will get a message that candidate has been added successfully. Now to confirm that, we will be in the candidate details section and I will see the candidate that I have currently added. Now to cross verify this, let's say the account I connected was the account. You can see the last three digit, and in the Ganache you can see this last three digit 740 and 740. So I am using the first account, which was the admin's account, right? Now let's add more candidate to conduct a fair election. I will add another candidate and I will confirm the transaction and I will get a pop-up that candidate has been added successfully. Now moving on the candidate details, I am eligible to see the candidate I have added. Now we will move to the registration section. Now if we remember correctly, in the user section I filled a form using my Aadhaar number and I registered an account that I will be using to vote. Now all the details will be appear here, and what admin has to do is he needs to copy this account address and then register himself so that this account is eligible to vote. If admin completes the registration, then only account will be eligible to vote. Now you can see the last digit to cross verify that this is the account that we entered in the user side, and it is directly shown to the admin. Now we will register this and confirm. So the registration process has been done. Now we will move to the next section, that is change phase section. So here basically current phase is registration phase. Now all the adding of candidates and registration of a voter are performed in this phase only, and a voter cannot vote until this phase is over. Now what we will do is we will change the phase. Only admin can change the phase, so we will change the phase, and I will confirm the transaction, and we can see here the current phase has been changed to voting. Now in the user section, let's go to the user section, and here now I can see the candidates that are added. Now I will need to import an account of user to be eligible to vote. So I will import my account that I was using. I will go on to MetaMask. I will import my account, and so this was the account that I have registered. So I will import this account. I will enter the key here, and I will then connect this account to the website. Now this account has been connected to the website. Now let's see here what does this show. So the here we have added the two candidates that are shown here. Now I can click here to vote, and I will see all the details that the admin entered, like this candidate belongs to this party, his age is this much, and his qualification is this. If I choose to vote, again a transaction pop-up will appear, and I will need to confirm the transaction to cast my vote, or else I can close this and see all the informations of the candidate. So now when I have decided, I will click here to vote, and I will click on the vote button. Again, a transaction has been generated, and I will confirm a transaction, and the vote has been casted. Now in the result section, the election is not over yet. This message is shown. Since the voting phase is still on, all the other users will be voting. Now as soon as the deadline comes and the deadline process, the admin will then manually change the section from the change phase section here to from the voting section to the result phase. Now I will just transfer my account from user account to admin account, that is account 3, and then here what I will do is I will change the phase. I will confirm the transaction, and after this we will see the current phase is election over. Now in the result section, if I refresh this, I will be able to see the result. So I will see the list and who has got how many votes. So this was all the demo of our website. But till now we have only seen the positive validations that I have also told you, like if a candidate is above 18, then only he can vote. So where are all the negative validations, like admin can add candidate in the registration phase? Now what we are going to do is we will be showing you all the negative validations that we have also added, so that we can be sure that this is immutable. Now since the blockchain code was immutable part, so I cannot go back and perform all the actions. What I will need to do is I will need to again redeploy the smart contract. So we will be doing that. I will just stop this. I will just close this, and now we will be redeploying our smart contract. So the compilation is going on, migration is going on, and the compilation is done and it is deployed. Now what I will do is I will again run it. So in this section we will see all the false validations we have added in the website. Okay, so first we will move towards the admin section. I will enter the admin credential. Okay, so we will again need to have connect these accounts. So the whole process has now started from the very beginning. The registration phase is still on, and admin will need to add candidates and will need to register the voters. Okay, now, okay, so let's say this time what we will do is, as I told you here, we can cross check this by the 740 account is the admin's account. You can see here. Now what I will do is I will shift my account to the user account. Let's say if someone was able to bypass the admin's login credentials and got the access to the admin side. So whether if he or she can have the access to these functionalities, or he or she can manipulate these functionalities, the answer is no. Let's say this was my account address. I am the user perspective, and by using this account address I have logged in into admin side, and now I am trying. So you can see here the account address is 1E4. It is 1E4. Now I am trying to add a candidate. Now let's see what happens. Now let's click on add. A transaction message will pop up, but it will show an error. So now it doesn't matter whether you reject or confirm a transaction, it won't be allowing the transaction to happen. So when I click on the candidate details, you cannot see anything, like no candidate has been added. So this was the first validation that we added. Like, only admin's account has the privilege to manage these functionalities. You can see this here also. This was the previously registered, so this is stored in the database. That's why this is showing. Now this is the account that currently I'm now using. So I will again try to register this just by clicking here and then click on register. It will show an error message. Only the account address of admin can do this. Now again, to cross verify, let's add a candidate using account. So let's say, now what first we need to do is, here, go to the admin's account. So this is the admin's account. I will need to re-enter the details. After clicking on add, now you can see the clear message that the transaction is valid, and if I confirm and I go to the candidate details section, I will see the result. So we have seen this, we have seen this also. We cannot perform these actions with another account address in the blockchain, and we cannot change phase also with the other account address. We will see that also here once we have shifted it. And now if I try to change phase using another account, I will get an error. Well, it doesn't matter if I reject or confirm a transaction, it won't be counted as a legal transaction. So we have seen the validations on the admin side. Now let's see some validations that we have added on the user side. Okay, so okay, user, I will use my previous login that I created in the previous section. So login. So I have logged in successfully. Okay, now we will go into voter registration section. Now this is our dummy Aadhaar table where you can see that Yash has registered previously. Now what will happen if he tries to register again? So I will enter that Aadhaar number here again, and then I will enter the account address. Now this time I will enter a different account address. And I will see if I'm able to register, multiple account address using the same other number. So it gives me a pop-up that you are already registered, you cannot register again. Okay. So we can see that we cannot use same Aadhaar number to, register to different account address and to vote twice. We cannot do that. Now again we have added one validation. Now you can see this, the first entry here is basically we have added whose date of birth is 2005, means he is below 18. Now let's try to use this Aadhaar number for demo purpose, and then try and use this and the previous account address that we used, so that let's see if a voter below 18 years is eligible to register himself as a voter or not. Now let's say register this. So it gives a power you cannot vote as your age is less than 18. Okay, so we can go back here. And so this is one of the validations that we added. Now, moving on to the another validation. So just let me, register. Let me do this as no, so that if I'm not registered yet. And here, what I will do is again, I will use my Aadhaar number. So I will enter that again. And now I will use this account address again to register. And if let's see, register. So again, I have received an OTP. Now, so here we have also added a validation. Let's say I do not check my OTP and enter some random OTP. Let's say I've entered a wrong OTP, and I will check a code, and it will again give an error message that you have entered a wrong OTP. So these are the validations on the user side. Now let's really add a now really register a voter, so that we will be continuing the further negative validation processes. Let's again do the validation using my Aadhaar number. So I will again use this account address to register. Since this is not registered, the entry hasn't been made yet. So I will use this and I will register. Now I will check OTP. So just a second, I will check it here. So I have received a OTP again, and it's the fresh one. So yeah, so this is the OTP, and I will enter it here. 63438 it was, and I will check the code. So yeah, I am registered successfully. So now this account address will be stored in database and fetched to the admin, so that he can register this account address as an eligible voter. Okay, so we have seen some validations on the user side as well. Now, so moving on towards the registration section, we will go to the registration phase. So this is the latest entry that we have received. We can check it by the last three digits, 883 and 883. Now, as an admin, I will register this account as a voter to conduct further negative validations. I will change the account to the admin's account, and then I will register this account address. We'll click on registration button and confirm the transactions, and yes, the account has been registered. Now again to the user side. So we will go to the voting area. So we are still getting a message that registration phase is on, go register yourself. Now I as a user has registered myself. So let's try to vote in the registration phase. Like I am able to see the candidate. So let's try to vote the candidate while the registration phase is still on. So we have added a validation there also. The first I will need to use this account to vote. So I will import this account. Go to the MetaMask, in the account section. I will import account, import. So this account has been imported, and then I will connect this account. So this account has been connected. Now the registration phase is still on. Go register yourself to vote. Now let's say if I have registered myself and I have selected my account address, and in the user section I will be clicking here to vote. I'll see the details and I'll click on to vote. Since I've registered, I should be eligible to vote, but the transaction is showing an error. This is because of the thing that the registration phase is still going on. we have not converted the phase to the voting phase. So I will then confirm or reject. It doesn't matter whether I confirm or reject, the vote won't be casted. Okay, so there is one validation there. And now let's again move towards the admin section, and we will see the change phase section here. And then what we will do is we will go towards the admin's account address. Now we can see the registration phase is on. Now I will change the phase. Now I will confirm the transaction. So the phase has been changed. We have also added one more validation in the admin section, that even if he is an admin, once the phase has been changed to the voting phase, even the admin cannot add candidate or register candidate on its own. So now the phase has been changed. It is now voting phase. Now let's try to add another candidate. What happens if I try to add another candidate? So let's enter a detail, and then we will see. I have added the details. Now I'm using the admin's account only to add a candidate, so there are no chance of failing a transaction. But since the voting phase is now live and registration phase is off, we cannot add a candidate, or nor we can register a voter. So we have added this validation as well. Same validation goes in the registration section. As I told you, we cannot register a voter. Now, last but not the least, we will see the voting section, since the voting phase is on, and this account is eligible to vote, that we have registered the fifth account just we have imported. So I will be doing a voting. Now voting is now live, so I will click here to vote. I will select the candidate, I will vote, and I will confirm the transaction, and the voting has been casted. Now let's try to see whether I can vote twice. So I have already voted, and I will again click here to vote. I will go on the vote button, and then I will see an error. So even if account even if one account has voted, he cannot vote twice. We have added that validations as well. So this was a brief demo. Now okay, let's see the result also. Well, there is no another validation there, but like we will completely finalize the demo. So now we will go to the admin's account. So the admin's account, and then admin's account will be changing the phase to the result phase. I will confirming the transaction. The results are now out. Election is over. I will hop on to the result section in the user side, and I will see the result that Raj has got one vote. And even if we try to vote him twice, we cannot vote. So this was our project. We have shown you all the positive validations as well as all the negative validations that we have implied to this project here. We have applied here. So this was all. Thank you.